you Hello, hello! Hello! Hello, hello! What is going on, y'all? Just taking a few minutes to set things up, and we're gonna start shortly. So, all right, I am going to get things started. Ethan Klein's War on Women. One thing I want to do real quick. Yeah, there I am. I exist.
Now look at this fucking vile pig. Fucking demon, dude. We need to exterminate him. We don't believe in extermination, but let's just move him somewhere else. All right, we need to get this here in its own neighborhood with its
All right, this is insane already.
own kind. It's fantasy.
The culture war is raging on all fronts. Foot soldiers, fresh off the assembly line, strike the hot iron of the battlefield in droves, inoculated with the pounding drums of war.
It's going to war, you know what it is, guys. It's fucking straight up the front lines. I'm going to the fronts today to fight for the Jewish people.
Trapped in a never-ending battle against anyone brave enough to fight back. The architect of the culture war sits safe and tucked away from the horrors of the front lines. Within
So I mean, I do like the production value.
this resources and endless rage for the world that he created. But maybe, just maybe, we can turn back the clock. Maybe this time, we can actually stop Judgment Day from happening once and for all. Face the force, powering all the hate, and shut it down for good. It's the only way to bring about change to the chaos of war. Some people think that change is impossible.
Alright, these edits are fucking hilarious.
And maybe they're
I'll say
right.
that.
Because if I know one thing, it's that culture war never changes.
Yeah, it's Fallout. Dude, wasn't there already a content Terminator? By, like, Alex the Fiction?
Let me tell you guys a story.
Ethan Klein can't stop harassing women on the internet.
You know I don't like talking about women's looks.
Yeah, said that one. You don't need to. You don't need to.
It's beneath me. That being said, you pig! You loser! It looks like she lives in a swamp. It looks like she hasn't showered. And she is a succubus. You're a fucking piece of shit. You are the biggest fucking... Oh, can I say it? She did...
No, he can't say it.
Fuck you! I can call her a bitch. I can call her a horrible person. But I would never do that.
Okay, that's kind of out of context. Like, that was after the lawsuit, right? And there he's just saying that, I'm not gonna... That he has the ability to, because there was nothing in the settlement that said he couldn't. And he apologized immediately after. So, it's a good clip.
I would never say that. And I mean that. I only use this harsh language to exemplify the fact that I can say whatever I want about her.
Yeah.
Can I just say that we don't have a clique problem at this school? And some of us shouldn't have to take this workshop because some of us are just victims in the situation?
That's probably true.
Well, he did get skulls sent to his house, right? That's the thing that happened.
How many of you have ever felt personally victimized by
Ethan Klein?
Whether he's victimizing himself about anti-Semitism or those dreaded snarkers, Ethan has spent the last 2 years honing his blade of victimhood and using it to strike down any woman who dares to criticize him.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's just women, right? Like, I feel like there's a little more to it than that, but
This insane harassment and defamation campaign that you've been sucked into. And while you are trying to be this fair arbiter of truth and research, you are
wearing makeup,
repeating straight up fucking lies as part of a
I feel like every time I
anti-Semitic
see
hate
Ethan
campaign.
Klein, he's wearing
and I'm
something
not saying
completely
she
different.
is yet.
You may.
And you're saying swastika hilt should not.
So he's talking about the Ichigo sword, yeah?
Make me feel uncomfortable. No, you're insane. And what, 3 million people watched that, and nobody who supports him thought that that was a little fucking nuts, a little fucked up to tell that? It's just like, these people don't give a fuck. I mean, it's kind of disillusioning where it's like, do these people care about this at all, about anyone?
But that blade of victimhood cuts both ways, as both his YouTube channels are bleeding subscribers. The H3 podcast, Ethan's main channel, has lost almost 400,000 subscribers since January of 2024, making
Hasn't everyone, like, globally been losing subscribers, though? Or am I thinking of something else?
them one of the fastest shrinking communities on the platform.
Let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade.
Oh, also, he had the whole fallout with, like, the Destiny community. So I'm sure that didn't help either.
The views are down. We'll get him back. These are people that I wanted to shed anyway, let's be real. I knew what I was doing when I got into this. But the views are down, the members are down, the revenue's down. And
Ethan's coughing. Listen to him. He's like Tiny Tim, man.
Dude.
He's like Tiny Tim over here.
But Ethan Klein will not go down without a fight. When he's not going scorched earth on his former friends and colleagues, Ethan Klein spends his time fighting multiple court battles and rage texting anyone who disagrees with him. I was actually lucky enough to be on the receiving end of some incredibly paranoid Ethan Klein rage texts that I've taken the artistic liberty of bringing to life.
I will say it does seem like a lot of effort has been put into, like, the production of this video.
With a dramatic reenactment.
In this dramatic reenactment, the part of Ethan Klein will be played by Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Hope mediation went well yesterday. Let me know if you think today will work better for you or if tomorrow is better. I know you have a show today, so no worries if you need to postpone. I'm around all day today and tomorrow.
So is Michael Jackson supposed to be Ethan Klein or the other way around?
Meditation ended up taking like 13 hours.
No worries, we can talk tomorrow.
The next day.
How's today looking for you?
Do you have a problem with Taylor Lorenz infrequently retweeting the account called Ethan's Attic, whose sole purpose is to lambast my declining mental health? Do you think it's okay to target someone's mental health as a partisan attack?
Ethan's Attic, that's the one that everyone thinks could be Taylor Lorenz, if I'm not mistaken.
I retweeted him for sharing my video. I'm a small creator. Retweets do not equal endorsements.
Oh, okay.
All my accounts are public. It's not a gotcha that I've interacted with these folks before.
Here is a post that you retweeted. That jacket is fitting because Ethan Klein is now just a locale. Do you think I'm a locale?
I think he has always been kind of this way. So I
wouldn't consider Ethan Klein a lolcow. I'd consider him more of like the second wave of like really big YouTubers, kind of like iDubbbz, Filthy Frank, Ethan Klein. Obviously, it's just
have been watching H3 since the beginning. I remember my first article about H3 is in like 2018, I think is when I first started writing about him in Newsweek. And I've always found his content fascinating, but it's evolved so much over time. He's starting to get more and more paranoid. Ethan Klein has become more...
Well, he did get skulls mailed to his house. I think a lot of people would be pretty paranoid after getting skulls mailed to his house.
More siloed off. And I don't think he even leaves the house anymore except to go to the podcast. He's kind of scared of everything. That's why he's like siloed himself off in this $1 million mansion. And I think over time, that problem has only gotten worse.
Ethan Klein is actually in a state of psychosis.
Also, let me know how the audio
it feels
is doing.
Feels like gaslighting,
time,
crazy making.
on the setup,
it's so frustrating to look at all these super woke people and nobody fucking can see what's happening.
Ethan's parent.
So this what's the context here, though? That's the only thing, is that these are good clips, but we're not really like, yeah, you could say he's paranoid, but why is he paranoid?
Paranoia has clearly overtaken his online personality to the point that it's become the fuel for his entire content machine.
She's doing the thing where she's saying this Jew is hallucinating anti-Semitism. He's tricked his audience into thinking there's anti-Semitism, and he's making them paranoid. And it's actually totally fucking insane. Like, this is just straight up Nazi racism. Like,
I will say she got a lot wrong in that video.
Holy fuck.
From Ethan's perspective, everyone is out to get him. But that also means that everyone is also fair game to be targeted by him.
Listen, if you're gonna talk shit about me, I have a policy. This goes for everybody. I don't give a fuck how small of a creator you are. If you talk shit, you're fair game. And if you can't deal with it, then don't make the fucking video. Welcome to online.
I don't know if I really disagree with that.
I'm not like all the other bitches that you can shit on and fucking just collect the free views.
I do like the
That's
Terminator
not how I
music
do
here,
it. Okay.
Ethan's quite
It's
successfully
well-edited.
turned the word snarker into a catch-all term for anyone who criticizes him.
Snark needs to start being used as a pejorative. Like, that needs to be a slur. Someone's a snarker, that's like a straight up like racial slur.
But then we don't
Not
want to
racial, though.
say it.
Right. No, you can say it, but it's like, you can say it.
Well, not if it's a racial.
I mean, if we're talking about the snark, it's like a very specific, like, community, right?
Slur.
It's genius, really. He doesn't have to address any criticism. He can just say that every person criticizing him is part of a deranged snarker hate mob.
You are so dumb. Yeah, this alleged harassment campaign. Thanks to Content Crash Out, the most deranged and also snark subreddit, for giving me all the information I ever needed about Ethan. It didn't invite speculation from anyone out the most deranged snark circles. That's
I feel like he has addressed a lot of the criticism.
what snark brain is, and that's what he's suffering from. You don't have to suffer from snark brain. We need a hotline. 1-800 snark brain.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead air moments here.
Ethan didn't invent hate mobs, but he is an expert on weaponizing his own.
All right, let's go to war, guys. Speaking of which, and like I said, when you see what's going on, I have no choice. I have to do this. I want to get along with the fun in the games and just have...
Now, is he saying, my community, let's go to war? Or is he saying, like, I'm about to dish on these people?
Have silly, fun episodes. And listen, we did have some silly, fun, lighthearted episodes this week. I'm glad to offer a variety. However, when this is happening, when the war is coming, listen, I'm like Ukraine. When the war comes to me, I have no choice but to...
Ooh, that doesn't... I don't know if Ukraine's doing too well right now, though.
Defend myself.
Okay.
I'm being invaded, okay?
Okay.
And ironically, I'm also being invaded by a bunch of fucking commie tankies.
Besides his rabid community of YouTube members, Reddit foot soldiers, and FUPA troopers, Ethan Klein also has a network of...
Where do foot soldiers even come from? Like, I can't say that I've watched a ton of Ethan Klein, a ton of H3. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, Alex. Yeah, I like your editing.
Commentary orbiters leeching off of him for drama content.
Nicholas Diorio, my fucking best friend, dude. I call him Jolly Saint Nick. I love Nicholas Diorio. I'll say it. I've been watching your content. I think you're a very funny guy.
And I feel like your coverage has been really good on topics that I end up watching. Like, you're good with research.
He's the Pope.
Tops.
I've seen some Nicholas Diorio. He's a funny guy.
Slopper and cousin of John Pork, Nicholas Diorio, made over $241,000 in a single year covering the Ethan Klein drama in his classic VTuber slop format.
I mean, yeah, it's a cash cow. I feel like a lot of people cover it because it is, it's easy money.
This is why I respect this guy.
As far as I can tell,
he stands on fucking business. That's what he's doing right now. It could have been so easy to just maintain a friendship with Hassan and just float.
Didn't Nicholas have a... I'm going to come back to it.
On Pork.
But didn't he have a video against H3 a couple years ago? You know, I could be mistaken. It would have been years ago, maybe 2020. Five years ago, content nuke Ethan Klein.
Valid points can absolutely be made about his situation, but that's not what this felt like. Watching this.
Oh, Colonel, we are so fucked. Okay, so H3 made a keen
I feel like we've kind of like gone full circle at this point.
Overwhelmingly well received as 333,000 likes. What we do here is go back.
blow through, cashing in the money from these fucking freaks. But instead, he's doing this, and I respect him endlessly for it.
For years, Ethan's content was about goofing on people. But if you tune into the H3 podcast today, Ethan is just using his show as a platform to destroy his enemies.
Show in a while,
and who does he choose to destroy? Well, lately, it's almost exclusively women.
Ethan Klein claims he will never be done harassing iDubbbz and his wife, and he said, that's not what I said. And if that is what I said, if I did say that, then you guys still deserve it. And by the way, you can never accuse me of harassing them after what they did. I can never harass them. No matter what I say, no matter what I do, it will never qualify as harassment because what they did that launched this. Fuck them both forever.
If you're afraid that everyone you meet is going to come after you, like, what does that do to a person? It makes you into a perpetual victim. It's always about, I am the, again, I am the victim. I am the one at fault. You are bullying me. Though I am bigger, though I am more aggressive, though I speak in hyperbole about how these people are the most awful things on the planet, which again is also kind of part of the Ethan Klein brand.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that he does speak in a lot of hyperbole.
Is that everyone else attacking me is okay to attack, but if you attack me, that is considered unacceptable, and my audience should know about that. It is, I can do whatever I want. I feel like I can attack anyone I want. But if I give that same response back, then you deserve no sympathy.
There's certain lines you cross, and you cross it with the wrong people, and that's what you did.
So who is he talking to here? That's, I guess that's one thing I'm curious about. One thing you cross. Like maybe you explain it, maybe he explains it in a second.
Just wait. Just wait. Okay? I can't wait for videos crying, Ethan's suing me, Ethan's stalking me, Ethan's all this. Yup! I'm doing all that! I'll see you soon.
Ethan didn't sue XQC, who he previously accused of being a content thief.
No, you still are a content thief, in my opinion.
Take it back.
No, why would I take it back?
Because if you're gonna reel it back and say,
I just said that wasn't a good analytical point. I still think you're a content thief.
He went for...
I feel like he mentioned that in the I'm suing these creators, these 3 creators video. He mentioned XQC's doing the worm. He also said
for women in the commentary space, smaller creators that he could bury in legal fees and bully into hostage-style apologies.
There's so many people, in my opinion, that owe me an apology that I'm honestly not. I'm not complaining about any of the ones I get.
Ethan.
So was this after the skulls, or?
Klein's long-running struggle with his ingrained misogyny has gotten him into a few controversies over the years. But nowadays, his show has morphed into almost exclusively misogynistic rants about women who have criticized his rhetoric.
Yeah, and I'm not here to criticize anyone's
I'm not either, but like
and stuff.
As a parent.
But like, if you're gonna get on camera like this, like, how dare you sit there and moralize and theorize and LARP like a fucking mental health professional of any kind? You don't know anything.
I have to admit, I slipped up the other day.
Kinda is.
I called Taylor Lorenz the diva.
love it.
No, but she is.
But I do regret saying that. I don't like using the
You
diva
have to,
real-
but
on
like
a
you
woman.
reserve it for the special cases.
But
I've seen some shady stuff from Taylor Lorenz. I'll be honest there. I've seen and heard some shady things.
yeah, sometimes it really.
As far as other male content creators, I feel like I've come a long way in terms of like not using that word in a misogynistic
Also,
way,
welcome.
right?
Let me know how my
almost
audio
base it out
levels
entirely.
are.
I can call her a bitch. I can call her a horrible person, but I would never do that. Denims is a dumb fucking bitch. She's a fucking bitch.
His fans, I couldn't help but the whole time feel like, shut up, bitch! The way that I felt.
Okay, that's
Hey, Rock. You know what? Standing up for the Rock. He's right.
Throwback right there. Wow.
She really
That is
is.
kind of funny.
He really is a Nazi B word. Can you call her a Nazi B word for me?
Nazi bitch.
Yeah, thank you.
She has
Tamara,
to
do you want
pass,
to call
though.
her a
She could
Nazi
say
B
that.
word? You're another Jewish woman. I can.
Wait, I don't know if she's there.
Any Jewish women want to call her a Nazi B word?
I don't think she's there.
Oh, she's not there?
Fair enough, fair enough.
I'll call my mom.
Among all the women that he spends his time raging about, perhaps no one has been harassed by Ethan Klein more than Taylor Lorenz.
Taylor Lorenz, brief update.
All right, like I said, we'll see here because I feel like Taylor Lorenz kind of came at Ethan first. I could be wrong. But I feel like Taylor might have come at him first.
On my best friend, my favorite girl.
Why is he always
Taylor
in
Lorenz?
makeup?
Taylor Lorenz was accusing me of being a misogynist for saying she looked like a ventriloquist dummy. But here she is making fun of my small feet, trying to demasculate me. Yeah, you saw Taylor Lorenz there, eh?
I don't have anything to say about that.
You said she was looking real sour.
Yeah.
Nobody probably wants to be friends with her because they're afraid she's gonna break down what they misrepresent, some weird shit, and write an article about them.
She was yucking it up with some people. It looks like she had
More like yucky and it up.
So I did see a tweet after this conversation where she accused them of stalking. In this instance, I don't know, man. I think that's going a little far. You know what I mean?
What's Ethan's goal with targeting you, do you think?
I think he hates women in a lot of ways. But I think it's the Hassan thing too. Like, I'm a progressive woman, like in Hassan's like broader internet circle. And I think he's a bigot who doesn't, he doesn't like progressive women.
I've known Taylor personally for many years, and Taylor has always kind of been a target of right-wing harassment campaigns. Taylor.
Well, how do you tell the difference between a perceived campaign like what Ethan Klein is claiming that is happening to him? He's saying, he's getting all this hate for being Jewish, right? So how can that one not be valid, but then, the right-wing hate mob is also, like, valid? Like, I'm not, there's definitely, like, women do get a lot of hate on the internet just by proxy of being a woman. Yeah, Hurricane Pony. Is she a target or is she bad at her job? Let's keep going.
Taylor responds to these people, and that is what they want out of an enemy. They want someone who will keep engaging and will keep creating content for them. Ethan keeps going and then Taylor responds, which he has every right to do, but it keeps the content mill running over and over and over. I think when it comes to...
That's like everybody online, though. That's everybody. Everybody's trying to get in drama.
Like Ethan definitely, I believe.
I feel like even Taylor a bit. I think I've seen her start stuff and then like use that to segue like, hey, buy my book. I talk about it here. I feel like every content creator is guilty of that to some extent.
Having spoken to a lot of the women he's gone after, he definitely goes after women a lot. Like it's undeniable at this point.
Ethan Klein's obsession with Taylor Lorenz runs deep. Between the hundreds of Instagram stories and podcast callouts, it's clear that Ethan Klein is using his platform to try to destroy Taylor's professional reputation.
Taylor, you are
All right. If I had to push back here, I'd say I don't think Taylor really needs help with tarnishing her professional reputation. I'm not saying that being online, constantly online, is necessarily a bad thing. But like it could definitely get you into trouble, especially if you're messaging on there all day, every day. Like, and you're an opinionated person, people are gonna come for you, you know?
Are a propagandist
1000%.
scumbag. This is not reporting. This is hackery.
Oh, Taylor. Oh shit. Taylor. Okay, I wasn't prepared for this.
Thanks so much for chatting with me.
Okay, so that's kind of funny though.
To be totally honest with you, I don't respect your reporting.
Yeah,
and
don't believe
I don't
your
think
eyes.
you're honest.
Believe actual journalism.
I heard her say that. What was the context for "Don't believe your eyes, believe journalism"?
Is that you?
Thanks so much for chatting with me.
Taylor, not if you're a hack. Not if you're a hack. Yep.
Yeah, he's doing shtick.
Taylor. Not if you will support
Alrighty. He's
Hassan
doing it
until the
a bit
very
too
end,
long,
no matter
but-
what, with the small hope that that if you're the last woman on earth, maybe he'll sleep with you. Not if that's all true. Go ahead. Go ahead. Not if that's
Thanks so much for chatting with me.
okay. Yeah, I knew it. And she's so mad.
All right, I'm gonna blame. Come on, Dan's gotta cut in and say, "Hey, all right, we're moving to the next bit."
And I just can't get over the fact that like Taylor Lorenz.
Ethan Klein has spent the past year inciting a slew of misogynistic hate and abuse campaigns against women streamers. He doesn't give a shit about women's safety. Stuff you see online isn't as trustworthy as what journalists report. But like journalists meaning her? Because you can't say like you know what? You should believe all skateboarders. I mean, I am a skateboarder, so that means you have to respect my opinion. And that's just the way it works, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Keeps lecturing our community, which is majority female, on how much I'm dangerous to women.
Guess what? I have bad news for you, Alex. Women are deeply misogynistic. This is what I'm talking about. What do you think snark Reddits are? Snark subreddits are the picture of misogyny on the internet.
Isn't she like super deeply involved with a snark subreddit? Don't believe your eyes, believe journalists, and that was about the Emaru SA TwitchCon situation. That's kind of fucked up, dude. Like, that's kind of fucked up. Because, was that the security thing? Like, they had, it was so secure. Yeah, I saw that video, yeah. Dude, I'm gonna have to take a look at some of this Taylor Lorenz stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it. Maybe make a little video about it. We'll see. Because I feel like there's got to be something there.
I don't know where people got the idea that women don't uphold misogyny. He's a misogynist, first of all. Everything he says misogynistic stuff all the time. He's deeply misogynistic and appears to have he look at all the stuff that he said about young women. He just traffics in misogynistic hate, and that.
So the only thing I'm really hearing here is misogynist. and he's a misogynist.
That feeds these snark communities because Ethan is actually has a very symbiotic relationship with the snark communities. He has recognized that the snarkers on the internet, these, again, which I've reported on for years,
You've reported on snarkers for years? But she's in the snark, isn't she? Like what's that? The Leftovers. That's a snark community. I know Cruel World Happy Mind had like an entire video with tons of stuff that was just wrong. Right? You don't think he expresses misogynistic views or tendencies? Yeah, I mean, like, he definitely has made some jokes that I'm like, all right, bud. But, like, I don't know if that's enough to say, like, he's a misogynist.
they are vicious, misogynistic, and hateful. And he loves to leverage those people against the women that he targets.
Great source there, girlie. You fucking dumbass. Fuck you.
The HD podcast.
Actually, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Fuck you.
So I saw this video. I didn't think it was very good. The Cruel World Happy Mind video. I felt like I'm not a super huge like H3 guy. I watched him back in like 2016 and when the start of the podcast, and she was saying stuff there from like way back in the day, like Goku Naru stuff. That's like we've already, like, I left this community for like 5 years and I'm hearing super old stuff.
After releasing a video about Ethan Klein on her own YouTube channel, YouTuber Cruel World Happy Mind was invited on the H3 podcast for what she thought would be a good faith conversation. Little did she know, Ethan and his whole crew had prepared an entire docket of debate-style questions for her.
First of all, thanks for calling. Nice to meet you virtually.
Yeah.
I appreciate it a lot.
I don't know, dude. She did say that that's right. Yeah, she said that, like, that's interesting. Is that so? Hurricane Pony, I'll have to keep watching or start watching again and check it out. But I will say the one thing about this video is it is kind of well edited. For whatever that's worth.
So what I want to do today is talk through it, right? And I can express myself, you can express yourself, and we'll see if there's any understandings brought. I'm going to try my best to be respectful, and I want to have a productive conversation, right? So that's my goal here.
That seems fair. I don't know if this is supposed to make him look bad, but
do you know what happened on October 7th?
We were living it still because my family lives there.
Do you think Hamas was? Do you think Hamas are terrorists?
Do you think I'm dressed?
Hold on.
Best to be respectful, and I want to have a productive conversation, right? So that's my goal here. Do you know what happened on October 7th?
We were living it still because my family lives there.
Do you think Hamas was? Do you think Hamas are terrorists?
Do you think I'm dressed like a pedophile? I don't understand. What is your point?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's fair to ask what her background is and what she knows, because she made a 3-hour video where she got a lot of stuff just wrong, frankly. And you got all these mistakes in here. Like, do you even know what happened? And she called him a pedophile. Or she didn't say directly, but she might as well have.
Seeing your past Reddit accounts, seeing the sort of jokes that you would continually make about pedophilia, seeing all of that and your closeness with the brand, I was kind of like, essentially, that association,
Do I make a lot of jokes about pedophilia? I mean, I acknowledge I
Okay, he objectively does.
had that old account that's like 15 years old and stuff. But do I make jokes about pedophilia?
He does. Well, I'll say more like he'll call people pedophiles rather than he's not really joking about pedophilia.
I don't think so. That's not like a frequent topic. I mean, I talk about Michael Jackson. That's true. Michael Jackson, I make Michael Jackson jokes.
Oh, that's why he had the Michael Jackson impersonator earlier. This dude over here.
Before.
Here is a post that you retweeted.
Okay.
I knew it. Respectful, and I want to have a productive conversation, right? So that's
just a sad thing.
What do
you Jackson jokes?
What do you think about people who make jokes about Michael?
I think it's cruel. I think it's cruel because I think also it's
he
cruel
does.
to do that
He does
to somebody who's passed away.
Make light of
So it's,
serious things.
The fact that he's been attacked after death is just such a sad thing.
What do you think Michael would have thought about Ethan?
How much did he pay for this guy? Come on, you gotta get the out there.
No, I'm not done yet.
We only got like 30 minutes, so whenever you're ready.
Will you do the moonwalk with me?
I'll try.
Okay.
It almost sounded like he
Then we
had
can
like a
just tell
British
him.
accent there.
Okay. So you're gonna go
Will you
up
do the
on
moonwalk with me?
Go up on the right toe. You slide the left back. It's not bad, actually. Tell me, why did you share this post from Froggy Tonic encouraging people to insult me in real life? Sorry, I mean, who has? Not that you shared a post of him doing this. Do you think I deserve violence in some physical response?
Again, dude, I've been covering this story and chatting with the individuals involved. How would you suggest I go about getting these people to speak frankly about this situation? I don't think you deserve violence or anguish for internet drama, but you realize I'm also Jewish and if...
Yeah, he doesn't really think about like some of the bigger impact of his jokes. Yeah, I remember a couple years ago he had that video where he called like I forget her name, Trisha Paytas. He called her like a beached whale or something like that. That was pretty bad, dude.
Faced anti-Semitism online before, right?
I did not know you were Jewish. I'm sorry. Condolences.
It should have been like
smarter. I don't really understand the point of the sharing of the DMs. If they were friendly before that. No, and nobody's infallible.
If I was told like, hey, we're sitting down for a debate, I would have like maybe thought about it differently. But it was like, hey, we're gonna have a conversation here. Like, let's have a kind conversation. And then it's like rephrased as like, this is the debate.
But the live.
I feel like I've got to see some of the context of that. I'm not just gonna take their word for it. Ethan interview. Is this the one? Have I watched this?
Meet you virtually.
Yeah.
I appreciate it a lot. So what I want to do today is essentially review the video you made called "Am I Helping?" in which you went over your script for the video you made about me, and we can kind of just talk through it, right? And,
yeah, he'll get a pushback from like Dan.
Respectful, and I want to have a productive conversation, right? So that's my goal here, and
totally.
let's see how that one goes. Yeah, honestly, we could probably just turn off chat because I don't want anyone being rude or just turn off chat, Dan. Roger.
Yeah, I really appreciate just having this like opportunity to chat.
Dude, so that was nice. That was actually really nice. He turned off the chat.
Because I think that I I don't know. I think a lot of people don't really get the opportunity to have this sort of conversation, or there's just a lot of division. So I don't know. I think that being able to sit down and talk like this is good. And I also think that, sorry, also I have a little bit of an echo. I have to figure out how to, yeah, sorry. It's something that we were really able to figure out while.
I'm sorry.
You got to figure out your audio before you go live.
One that I wanted to ask you about. So I'll just start by pulling up a couple of choice examples. So I'll show you this clip and then I'll ask you about it. This is a clip of you. Well, I'll play it and then. Yeah.
Hila, on the other hand, has made comments deemed even more insensitive, like calling toddlers terrorists.
Rudy was saying that Palestinians are taught at 2 years old to kill Americans.
And the Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years old.
That's pretty spicy.
Yeah. Do we have that one?
What do you mean? I mean.
So you said she called terrorists. She said called babies terrorists. I didn't see that.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I remember that from her video. It was pretty. Yeah, that was yikes, dude.
I guess I would like to know what the insinuation was. I think that's what a lot of people were wondering by the sort of.
Well, so let's just. There's an explanation, and people in our subreddit and in our community have explained it. Because it's edited in this really tight way. Like I get the feeling you didn't get that directly from the podcast. You probably got that from a different source, maybe this TikTok or a different subreddit. She was responding to somebody else, right? There was a question asked that she was considering. But even if that wasn't true, to accuse someone of calling babies terrorists is a extraordinarily mean-spirited. It's an extraordinarily loaded thing to say, right? Do you think there's enough evidence to make such a incendiary claim there? Even if she wasn't responding to someone else, let's assume the worst, and she was like considering what Rudy Giuliani said. Do you think, or well, actually, no,
I mean, like he's a little heated.
Do you think that
but...
she called babies terrorists?
I mean, I think that if she was agreeing with Rudy Giuliani's statement, then that would be insinuating that toddlers are terrorists. But
it doesn't seem that heated to me. Maybe it changes like throughout the course of the conversation, but
so I don't know what's the truth. Like not all arguments are like
yeah. I mean, I guess like. Would you 100% disavow what Rudy Giuliani said?
Obviously, and I've done that a billion times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear.
Okay,
yeah,
so he disavows.
I mean, you made a 3-hour video about me, so I just feel like.
But also, if I can.
Hila's here, by the way.
I'm here too.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Damn, she looks pissed.
I mean, watching this back myself, it's clear to me that I'm like processing so many things. And when AB says that, I was kind of shocked too, because I haven't seen the clip, and that's what I say. I'm like, I haven't even seen that. I don't know.
Bunch of cool edits and out of context clips of Ethan and that other dude who calls him crazy, getting hammered for the nth time in an effort to see if it still brings in views. I agree with you. I haven't seen the whole thing. Obviously, I don't want to make a verdict yet. I do. Like a lot of this has been kind of out of context. Like he said, that was kind of confrontational, and I mean it is a confrontation, but this seems really like a nice
So again,
conversation.
I was attempting to say these are people's issues with
no, but you
that have been shown online.
You said Hila has made comments in plural that have deemed. And then you finish the sentence. So what are the comments that I've made?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can go online. I think the main ones that I remember seeing, the main ones that I remember seeing is that and the raid.
That was not a comment.
She didn't say anything, to be
clear.
Well,
what did I say there?
If that's the main one, I mean, that's like a really, like, I don't know if you're understanding the gravity of like how.
Yeah, like this seems like a nice conversation to me.
Harsher, bizarre, and more extreme.
Hassan Piker has lost all of his marbles. The mullet rolls are gone, people.
Yeah, I think that's enough for that. We'll just
ambush from Ethan was just the beginning of the harassment towards Cruel World Happy Mind. She and her partner began to receive tons of threatening messages from riled up H3 fans.
My husband got like one of the most intense messages that we got sent, where someone sent him a message saying that they're going to show up at our house, break my jaw, or they called us like a Nazi, our Nazi family. They were going to show up at our house, break my jaw, break my child's jaw. Like that. And like, I forget what else they've said, but like, that was like
that's insane. I don't think you can blame that on the content creator though.
Gist of the message. And so Ethan had sent me a message after he did that whole podcast and said that I should come back on his show, that he wants me to come back on his show. And so the only thing those
two things aren't related. You can't correlate those.
responded is just sending him like this screenshot because I was like curious, like, and then someone just said they're gonna show up at our house and break our jaws. Like, what are you gonna say? And all he responds is that's just a snarker. That's not.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, he muted the chat whenever he went live with her. I don't.
Our audience. That's a snarker. That's not our audience. And then he says, "You're victimizing yourself."
By the way, my community doesn't harass people.
That's not true. Let me explain to you
absolutely, provably, empirically true.
Do you want to hear my perspective, or do you want to fucking just keep playing clips that...
Didn't this debate happen way before the Cruel World Happy Mind shit?
Your production team put together.
Ethan's not even really a commentator anymore. He's a CEO, a capital owner, and his product is drama.
I really miss the time when we could produce fun segments with...
Well, and Hila's a CEO, right? She runs Teddy Fresh. I don't know if there's anything necessarily wrong with that.
Without having to sensationalize or clickbait it and just upload it and knowing people were going to enjoy it. I think the only way they'll push it is if it's like hyper specified to you, which is why super specific like drama stuff tends to do the best.
Even as long...
I mean, that's true though. Like if you start watching a certain topic, you'll get flooded with it. Just nonstop, over and over and over.
Long said that he models the H3 podcast after the Howard Stern show. But Ethan's ignoring a big difference here.
I remember him saying that back in like 2018, 2017. That was when I watched the pod. And it did have that vibe, for better or for worse. Like
Stern had
I don't know
bosses.
if it still has that
Howard
vibe.
Stern
though.
had limits set by people that were above him. Ethan Klein answers to no one, and that's part of the problem.
How the fuck are you supposed to grow a business and, you know, participate in this space? you know, I feel like...
Dude, Frenemies? I did watch a bit of Frenemies. I think I watched like the entirety of it in 2020? That show was wild. Yeah, I watched Cruel World Happy Mind. I was watching her, and then that video came out. Actually, the first thing that happened, because I hadn't followed H3 for a while, dude. And then iDubbbz puts out this video, the content cop, and so I'm like, oh shit, and so I'm fully on board, dude. I'm like, let's go. I haven't even watched Ethan in years, right? So I'm like, let's watch this. Let's go. This is gonna be great. And then the video fucking sucked, dude. It was awful. Complete garbage. And I was like, something just doesn't feel right. And so I started looking into it a little bit, and like, I don't know who to even trust anymore at this point. Like,
serial rapists and murderers get treated the same way.
Like I know people that work...
You got threatening messages?
On somebody like James Charles shoot.
That sucks,
and
dude.
they're
People
treating me the
do that.
same way.
When you have no guardrails, no one to tell you, hey, maybe don't rage text that guy, or maybe suing that small creator is a bad look, you end up here, isolated in a mansion, surrounded by yes men, and convinced the whole world is...
He's not surrounded by yes men. I don't agree with that at all. I feel like the clips I've seen, he's always getting pushback from his team. I feel like he has more no men than yes men at this point. So I don't agree with that.
Here, isolated in a mansion, surrounded by yes men, and convinced the whole world is out to get you while you bleed subscribers by the hundreds of thousands.
I don't talk about this because, because it's painful and I don't want people to know. But I'll say, I mean, it's from a professional perspective, our entire lives are ruined.
So what's the, like, when was this from? Yeah, his audience does roast him all the time.
Collaborations, partners, business partners, employees, creators, you know, friends. Brittany Broski just completely stopped responding to me.
Dude, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Brittany Broski.
Look, I don't blame her if she doesn't want to get involved in. I've seen what this harassment looks like, and I've seen what she received for basically doing nothing, right? So I don't blame her for wanting to not be involved in that, but...
Are these clips supposed to make me feel, what am I supposed to be feeling here? Because the music... The music makes it feel like I'm supposed to be, like, upset, like getting upset at the ridiculous stuff this dude's saying, and then he's saying, like, the most, like, milk toast, normal shit, and about...
Brittany Broski just completely stopped responding to me.
Like, how it sucks when your friends stop talking to you.
Look, I don't blame her if she doesn't want to get involved in. I've seen what this harassment looks like, and I've seen what she received for basically doing nothing, right?
You know, I don't blame her for not talking to me, all the drama. Like, that's...
I don't blame her for wanting to not be
valid.
Involved in that, but it doesn't feel fucking good knowing that somebody that I was friends with in real life, that I had rapport with, that I hung out with, that I talked to about, you know, making a show together at one point, that we were in like regular contact, just like all of a sudden fucking quietly unfollows me and everything H3 related. Like, sure, I don't blame her. I'm not angry at her, but like at the same time, just, I mean, what the fuck did I do? Of course I don't blame her. These people are the worst, you know?
Yeah, that's fair, I think.
But we'll get them, guys. We'll get them. You know me. I'll ruin my fucking life in the pursuit of getting these people.
Ethan Klein is involved in a number of frivolous lawsuits.
There are definitely things to criticize Ethan for. You could say like his humor is outdated and edgy, you know, from like the previous times, like, but okay, he's suing someone because they stole his content. And like I don't even watch Twitch because I can't stand it. It's just like nobody ever pauses, nobody ever adds anything. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't feel sympathy whenever you steal content.
Right now that he claims are due to infringements on his copyright.
I've really resented this narrative from Hassan and all of these people in orbit who say their lawsuits are frivolous.
Yeah. Hey, welcome, Chrissy, by the way. First time seeing you.
When you spend a second to look into it, it's clearly not frivolous. And they keep rehashing the same dumb arguments like, oh, if it wasn't frivolous, why aren't you suing Asmongold? Dude, I said it in the video. I said it a million times over every time. It's because they...
Not the same
they willfully and maliciously copyright infringe.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like this video is having like the opposite effect. I'm kind of seeing Ethan's side even through his editing. Sorry to say.
In actuality, Ethan's lawsuits are a tool to scare and silence his critics. A tactic that Ethan Klein learned the hard way after being scared and silenced himself by film industry mogul and former Harvey Weinstein lookalike Ryan Kavanaugh.
Ryan Kavanaugh was probably one of the...
Doesn't he still look like Harvey Weinstein?
Last, you know, real powerful men that he went after. Look what happened with that. Casey Tron had to do a similar form of public humiliation that he did with the Ryan Kavanaugh lawsuit.
To Ryan Kavanaugh, I want to offer my sincere and unreserved apology. At the time, I was led to believe you were behind a particular copyright lawsuit. Acting on that belief, I went on and attacked you publicly and persistently. In doing so, I failed to consider the personal impact of my actions.
So what's the problem here? Is the problem that he settled his lawsuit? Who is which guy? Ryan Kavanaugh. He's like a business guy. He made Triller, I think. I don't even know if that's still around, but I know it failed pretty hard.
And I lost sight of the basic respect every person deserves, regardless of any dispute. That hit its home. Because of the attention I placed on you, I know that you and your family became the target of harassment and hate. And truly, none of them deserved any of that. The hurt that, was caused by...
This is exactly what Casey Tron did.
My actions is something I take full responsibility for. And
right? It was Casey Tron.
I am truly sorry for that.
Not Frogan?
With this apology and with full respect, I ask that anybody who may have been acting on my behalf directly or indirectly stop immediately. Ryan and his family and his associates should be left alone now for good.
Ethan spent what some called the best years of the H3 podcast fighting a legal battle against Ryan Kavanaugh over what was initially a copyright infringement lawsuit that then spiraled into multiple...
Oh, that Ethan is afraid to leave the house. Bearded guy. Oh, I have no idea who that is. I think he's like I know they said it at the beginning. I think he's a journalist that works with Taylor Lorenz.
Last, real powerful...
Which I don't know why you would hitch your wagon to that buggy, dude.
Man that he went after. Look what happened with that. Casey Tron had to do a similar form of public humiliation.
For my sincere and unreserved apology. At the time, I was led to believe you were behind a particular copyright lawsuit. Acting on that belief, I went on and attacked you publicly and persistently. In doing basic harassment and hate, the hurt
see all that.
I am that any should
H3 podcast fighting a legal battle against Ryan Kavanaugh over what was initially a copyright infringement lawsuit that then spiraled into multiple defamation cases.
I'm just gonna type Ryan Kavanaugh, and I'm not gonna, but I'll say.
Yeah, if he's a journalist like Taylor, I don't know, dude.
This he does.
So whenever he does it here, it's like based, right?
Resemble Harvey Weinstein physically, and that's all I'll say about that. If you Google Ryan Kavanaugh, you'll probably find all that.
These were the best years when he was getting his insults in on the fucking men, dude.
Ryan Kavanaugh looked like HarveyWeinstein.com. What the fuck?
You know that's my website, right?
That's so
I hate his laugh, dude. Dude, I would be scared to leave the house if I was any of these people.
We made that website to help the public.
5 months ago, those lawsuits finally settled, with Ethan on the considerable losing end, having to deliver a public apology to Ryan Kavanaugh on his podcast, as well as censor all of the previous mentions of him on his show.
I'm not accusing Ryan Kavanaugh, the guy who's suing me from Triller, of sexual impropriety. I just think they look similar, that's all. Just to make that clear.
Having to remove the best years of your videos and apologize to someone who financially wrecked you for what's probably hundreds of thousands of dollars has to inflict some form of psychological trauma and damage on you.
Does it? I think it would be a relief to get the lawsuit done with. Dude, agoraphobia is a bitch. I used to deal with the same issue. I had to go to therapy for a couple years to get over it, Yeah, any man with a beard is Dan.
For Ethan, settling with Ryan Kavanaugh was just a necessary evil so he could pursue his righteous cause of suing women who reacted to his YouTube video.
The whole point of
they didn't react though. I've seen that at least.
These lawsuits for me has been
they stole the content, from my understanding.
Activism from the start. That's the primary purpose of this. And so when I hear that she's kind of learned how to be more mindful with the way she interacts with copyrighted or other people's property, then I think that's a big win for both of us. I think that's a huge dub.
If you have a problem with what I'm saying, talk about that. Also, why are you literally lying and defaming the dude who's like suing everybody talking shit right now? Like, people are not learning. They will not learn. They don't believe me still or something. I'm suing 3 people. This is not the end of it.
One of his lawsuits against Casey Tron just settled and ended with Casey Tron delivering a somber public apology. Gee, I wonder where they learned that trick.
Settling? I mean, it's the cheapest and easiest way to get out of a lawsuit. They shared the content and explicitly stated it was to take views away from the original. That's why they got sued. Being a woman wasn't a factor. Yeah, I agree. I haven't heard him make any arguments as to like them being a woman. Like that so far that hasn't really come up, other than like he called Taylor Lorenz a bitch, I guess, but he's not suing her.
I want to begin by stating I take responsibility for infringing the content nuke. The lawsuit was not frivolous. When I said the lawsuit was frivolous and based on misogyny, it was to garner sympathy, protect my own reputation, and retaliate against the Kleins.
You know what? I should just let it play for you guys, right?
Right. He settled like to not ruin her life. He could have very easily just stretched it out and what could she have done, realistically? He could have refused to settle.
And we can go back and enjoy certain moments of it. Or, I mean, not enjoy, because certainly that's not the right word to say, but to appreciate.
You know, Casey Tron, on multiple occasions, has said that she felt that she couldn't afford to do it because she is...
You think he was frustrated they were all women? Yeah, I remember seeing... on Twitter, like a comment, he said he was going to sue Sean DeBlack, and then they were upset that he was suing a black guy, and it's like
is taking care of
which obviously he's
multiple
not
family members
Sean
who cannot
DeBlack.
work. And Ethan Klein doing that, knowing that situation, and instead forcing her to release some sort of hostage-style apology, just kind of makes the whole situation look...
It's not a hostage-style apology. It's just an apology after your settlement.
Incredibly, gross.
It's clear that Ethan's...
The Jimmy Lee documentary? Was the Jimmy Lee documentary any good, though? I haven't seen that one.
Goal here is not to establish some kind of new precedent for copyright law. It's just to inflict the same trauma and public embarrassment that he received from Ryan Kavanaugh onto his own enemies, who are, again, mostly women creators who have smaller subscriber counts.
That's a shame.
Ethan has kind of used that, these women did this, copyright abuse in his mind as kind of like a way to shoo off any of the criticisms of misogyny.
I mean, you can criticize him for being misogynistic, but that doesn't mean that the lawsuits are based on misogyny.
Lawsuit stuff. Now, people are scrambling to draw defense up for the indefensible. There is basically 3 people making the most damning confessions on video. There is no way to honestly defend these people. But
people mostly seem mad because they don't understand the legal system. Yeah, I mean, the law is complex. But also, people don't fit into these neat boxes. You know, like people aren't just blanket misogynist, blanket evil rich people.
I predicted what would happen, and of course, it's exactly what's happening. The refrains are attacking women, attacking small creators, silencing
pro-Palestine
silencing
voices.
criticism, targeting pro-Palestine voices, etc., etc.
Ethan's audience also knows that he's going through some kind of extended crash out because they try to inflict the same trauma and psychic damage onto whoever Ethan tells them is the enemy of the week. What Ethan's audience doesn't...
I mean, you can't... I don't like when people blame the audience. You don't really have control over who's entering. Like, I mean, I have you wonderful people, and I'm glad you're here, and I hope you're having a good time watching the stream. But I didn't choose you, right? Yeah, it's a complete loss of nuance. You're fine. You're fine.
Fully understand when trying to do this type of harassment is that by trying to give the snarkers a taste of their own medicine, they've become addicted to the formula of gaslighting and public harassment, just like the snark communities do.
Harassment podcast.
Yeah, that's what the H stands for.
Again, there's another snarking talking point.
Sounds like such a Karen.
People outside of the snarking community don't use certain lines of attack. Like calling our podcast a harassing... what do you call it? A
harassment podcast.
A harassment podcast is nobody outside Snark says that.
By this metric, every podcast can be a harassment podcast if there's drama. Like, the problem isn't necessarily the podcast. The problem is that people on the internet are fucking insane.
It's just an insanely dumb, totally random attack line that is just totally imagined in their psychotic world.
Snark is a made-up concept by Ethan Klein to...
No, he didn't. Snark has been around for years. Ethan Klein did not invent Snark. I don't think that's true.
Weaponize his audience against people he disagrees with. I don't care what influencer you are. There is an audience of people who hate you. You know, every influencer has a snark community if you feel that snark is a valid term.
I don't like the way he's framing it.
We exist in an online space that thrives on negativity. And I think
anyone who's a public figure should expect criticism, but to start going to the extreme and calling someone misogynist, genocide supporter, racist, etc., muddies the water and takes away from actual criticism. Yeah, Ethan created 4chan in his basement. That's insane, dude. People have been like in these types of communities for probably since the GeoCities days, dude.
I think Ethan Klein's packaging of snark has been incredibly lucrative for him.
This type of information warfare is a dime a dozen on the internet these days. Almost every online figure has a snark community in their name. But for some reason, Ethan claims that his snark community is the most dangerous.
I mean, how extreme do I need to get these people's attentions?
They sent skulls to his house.
I just don't understand. Because at a certain point, I personally, as a parent and as a person, I can't just sit idly by and let these people continue doing what they're doing.
For that reason, he's spending even more of his hard-earned YouTube and Teddy Fresh money trying to subpoena Reddit and Discord to dox the individuals behind the snark accounts.
Y'all thought I was playing games? I'm coming. Y'all thought, oh, Ethan's not going to get our info. Oh, look at Ethan. He's not this and that. Oh, Reddit's not going to give it. Oh, they're not going to give us up. You're done. You're cooked. I'm coming. All I need is your IP address.
Dude,
and so ultimately they will
I'm going to do a deep
have
dive
a charge of
into some
copyright
of this
infringement
stuff.
filed against them.
That's correct.
That's the idea.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
The charge is specifically
Uh-oh.
The issue starts when people feel powerful behind internet anonymity and begin weaponizing social protection mechanisms like CPS to harass someone. Oh yeah, they called CPS for the Giardia stuff.
Inducement of copy. I don't know. There's some specific
inducement.
There's some specific terminology for it. But then also, because
Damn,
some of
look
your
at Dan being a yes man.
Cohorts leaked your Discord messages to us. We have some of your Discord IDs, and guess what? We're gonna if anyone's gonna have your real identity, it's gonna be right there. We're gonna have all your messages.
Discord.
And listen, don't try.
I mean, that's kind of fair though. Like, they had the whole we're gonna steal your content thing, right?
To erase them. If you erase them now, it's not gonna look good. And you should know that I'll still get them even if you erase them.
I'm sympathetic to anybody that's going through such, that tells me rather that they're going through harassment, because I have dealt with so much of that. And so I was like, well, I'll try to help them. They were making a lot of claims about Reddit at the time too, and snark subreddits, and that's something I've reported on a lot. I reached out to...
Oh my God, she has reported on everything a lot. It's just like everything. Like, yeah, I was down at the beach the other day, which is something that I report a lot. You can see it in my new book.
To Reddit, and I was like, hey, can you look into this?
Extremely online.
They're making all these claims that they're being doxxed, and the CPS people are calling their, from Reddit and everything. Reddit looked into it. They were like, not only did we not find that, but his community is actually being problematic and abusive.
When it comes to Ethan Klein's crash outs, they are being milked for content. It's all about how much...
Whoa, did you see the way his shoulders just teleported?
Is actually being
Hold on.
Problematic and abusive.
When it comes to Ethan Klein's crash outs, they are being milked for content. It's all about how much can you engage with, and how much can you milk a lolcow? And Ethan Klein has proven that he just wants the content. He's milking himself at this point. There's no doubt in my mind that this is just where he expects this to go and what he wants out of his YouTube experience.
Now, if you don't watch my channel a lot, you wouldn't know this, but I was actually involved in a pretty public lawsuit as well.
Alex
All
novel,
that to say,
more like
I
Alex
know how to
short
read
story.
these legal papers, and I've done it a couple times. And while Ethan's attorney may be very talented and charge him a lot of money, these subpoenas read like the incredibly deranged ramblings of someone wealthy enough to try to litigate public opinion on the internet. And that doesn't mean that the courts won't take it seriously.
Shout out. I like your
America,
editing.
a country that was founded on frivolous lawsuits from the rich.
Tonight, you are saying to our viewers that you will go forward and file a defamation lawsuit against the BBC.
Well, I think I have an obligation to do it. I guess I have to. Why not? Because they defrauded the public.
Well, listen up, mods, haters, snarkers. It's going to start settling. These people still think this is a joke.
I don't know anything about the law. I don't.
All the snarkers and all the
I don't
people
have anything to say there.
They keep coping hard about how, Ethan's delusional, his lawyer's an idiot, this is all whatever, and it's going to start dawning on you. This should be the first peek at what's coming. And what's coming is the full fucking weight of Lady Justice's big fat swinging titties.
But Ethan's not just pulling a Donald Trump here.
What
He's
did I
taking
just
a
hear?
page out of the book of a very important attorney.
So I'm really anxiously looking forward to an opportunity to depose CNN. This will be the first time this has ever happened. And I think CNN is probably quaking in their boots. We have demanded
That's the Gremlins theme song.
that they not destroy any documents, any memos. We want to get the editors who told them to edit the tape. We want to get the commentators.
And look, I know in my last video I said that Destiny
Okay,
was
maybe
like
it's not the
Alan
Gremlins theme
Dershowitz
song.
because they
Sounds
both
like it,
love
though.
teenage girls and the state of Israel. Well, for Ethan Klein, he's like Dershowitz because they both love to sue people as a pastime. Oh, and because they both love Israel still. We can
I don't think he loves Israel, though. Hold on, I think this one should be pretty easy, right? why the captchas, dude. They're fucking insane. The numbers that have the same value? Okay. Jesus. All right, this is 2014. Let's see what...
around. And in Israel, people don't fuck around either. People are shovey, they're rude. I hate these people and I hate this country. So we're in the post office. We're quite frequent there, you know, sending out our whatevers, goodie bags and shit, and Dunhams. And I'm at the counter
dude,
picking up some mail, and Neela's at the counter shipping Dunhams. And I come back, and some big ass fucking Israeli dude is yelling at my wife. And obviously, and Hila's yelling at him, but I
said he hates the country.
And once they're done.
Oh, that's, I mean, that's a good start.
But the choice to go to Israel, despite my overwhelming desire to stay at home and feel safe, is
God, these were
what
such
led
good
me to the
videos.
path of recovery. Because when I met Hila, everything in my life started to get better. I don't know, something in me was like, just don't miss this opportunity. Tons of money to the state of Israel for the
it's
purpose
been
of bringing
3 years.
young
He feels a little more positive
Israel
about it.
To connect with their Jewish heritage.
Oh, this
it's like
is
the most
interesting.
glorified version of Jewdate.net. And they handpick these beautiful Israeli soldiers. They bring over all these young American kids, and they're like,
beautiful people.
they're like, okay, guys, you know what to do, right? It's
They don't.
Jewdate.net /Ela Kleiners. What up, Ela Kleiners? It's kind of a strange thing. This you need to be Jewish because it is very Zionistic. It's very like racial, right? But I didn't care about the Zionistic thing. I don't think anyone there really does. They're just like, oh, a free trip to Israel, something that I could never afford and something that sounds really great. So anyway, we're on Birthright. I'm in Israel. I'm super anxious. I'm not really getting along with people all the time, but you know, I'm trying to do my thing. And the soldiers, Ela soldiers, they join after a couple of days. We've already been there. And there's this girl that is flipping tall and beautiful, and she's got these huge blue eyes, and I was like, what? And she's got like black hair.
You saw earlier there, he said that he doesn't really...
eyes. And I'm there like
he says,
in the corner, like minding my own business, and I'm like, is anyone
about the Zionistic thing? I don't think anyone there really does. They're just like, oh, a free trip.
I was like,
Israel.
damn, is anyone seeing this shit? Or I'm looking around like, I was probably at my fattest point.
We'll sleep in this country in Israel. Fuck, dude, not this shit again. God damn it! Look at this nasty big ass dog shit, dude, on this fucking beautiful path. I'm trying to. Hey, fuck, dude. There's always dog shit everywhere. Fucking smells like shit. The country.
Yeah, this dude fucking loves
like
Israel. This is his favorite place.
Trying to enjoy my beautiful fucking day. It smells like dog shit, man. Ah, fuck off. Dude.
God damn. Yeah, I didn't think he loved Israel. Oh, you know what? I didn't watch a recent one. What has he said recently? Probably have to go to the H3 pod for that. He didn't even vote for Netanyahu. Dude, fuck Netanyahu. Like we can all agree that there's a fucking genocide going on and that Israel isn't great. I surely have no love for Israel. Unless the government is watching, in which case, my favorite place, I love them. Okay, so let's see.
And it was, it was horrific. There was...
It's pinned.
So far, at least 700 Israelis died, which LA, as, as revenge for the awful things the American government did there, right? So we could look at that and say...
Hey, Slow Reporter, what's
sure,
going on?
In a sense, I get it, right? And
essentially, I'm looking at this because he's saying here that
we can keep the Israel thing up there.
He loves Israel. It's like, I don't think that's true. His old videos, he talks about how he hates videos, or how he hates Israel.
You could say, like,
here he's
America
talking about
deserves it, whatever. Like, in the sense of justice, like, I understand that concept that you're getting at. But when they go to a block, a neighborhood of people, Israel has suppressed, fucking destroyed, ruined Palestinians' lives.
He's doing
the
it
worst thing
right
that's
here,
so hard to defend, impossible to defend, is the settlements that are government sanctioned in the West Bank. It's horrific, and it is an act of war,
This guy
and an act of fucking
loves Israel.
Cultural genocide, and it's horrific.
Look at how much he's just talking up the country, dude.
What do you think, like, Michael thinks about, like, frivolous lawsuits?
I think that Michael, he would believe that everybody's entitled to, be able to have a lawsuit, and I think he believed in the law and everything. But that's why he had he fought for his innocence.
Yeah.
You understand two-party
Didn't
consent
Michael
laws,
Jackson
right?
have like tons of lawsuits against the press?
I only say that because I told you the conversation was private and you agreed.
Not sure a court would see my messages as me agreeing with you, but I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Oh, my bad. I thought New York City, like California, was two-party.
Nope, here's a link to the law.
I don't
this
like
is not
the leaking
me
of the
threatening
messages.
to sue you. I won't. More so just expressing my disappointment that you would agree to have a private conversation and then publish it. I was polite and respectful the entire time, my friend.
Dog, you straight up were not. You accused me of being a snarker over retweets of people promoting my content when I was just asking you for comment about my interview with Taylor.
But Alex, you started your last video with you shooting me with a pistol. I hardly think that's appropriate.
What the fuck, dude?
In this political climate.
I don't think that's appropriate either.
It's clearly a Terminator issue T-1000 liquid metal disguising itself as you to make a metaphor for warring online communities.
No, that doesn't check out to me, dude. That doesn't pass the sniff test.
I saw someone with a gun shooting at me. You think that's okay considering the rise of political assassinations?
Well, you're not going to like the new video either then. I've got a whole factory of T-1000 Ethans.
Please do not include imagery of me being shot.
I would never and have never done that.
No, it's just Ethan as a Terminator being shot.
Well, the point is
What
that
the
you shot
fuck?
me. I can't tell if you're serious.
I already told you, I shot the T-1000 Liquid Metal Edition. That's not you. But I know
No, that's gross, dude.
it looks similar considering the T-1000 can disguise itself as anyone and anything. Have you seen Terminator 2 Judgment Day? It's a great film. Also, like,
Yeah, very, like, for RARXD random, dude.
Dershowitz, Ethan uses accusations of
find that
anti-Semitism as
funny.
a shield from criticism.
I'm going to sue you if I can. And I feel like there's a lot of ground to it. Yeah, that's going to happen. So, fuck you. Like, literally,
What was the criticism that he's suing over?
fuck you. How dare you? After all this time, you go regurgitate all this shit in the most hateful, anti-Semitic, obsessive fucking freak way. And then to sit here and pretend like you're unbiased? Fuck you.
So using anti-Semitism as like a protection has kind of always bothered me. Like Jews in general who
He got sent skulls.
use anti-Semitism to dodge criticism is something that like grosses me out because anti-Semitism is a real thing.
I think it's gross that the snark community sent him skulls. It's a 2,000-year-old goblin, yeah.
Had pennies thrown at my head. I've been punched in my head for wearing a yarmulke. Like, I have dealt with actual anti-Semitic attacks. So claiming that me thinking that Ethan Klein, his video, the Casey Tron video is, it's kind of, upsetting and it feels like the lawsuit was kind of just, this was the goal. That's not anti-Semitic. Using anti-Semitism as a crutch is just something that makes me feel icky. And Ethan Klein has definitely used that as a way to kind of like push away criticism.
Ethan has even gone...
I don't remember him bringing up anti-Semitism for literal years. Like, I remember him kind of doing the opposite. Yeah, these are actual anti-Semitic attacks.
As far as partnering with radical Zionist Dan Saltman on a long-term sponsorship for the H3 podcast.
Dan Saltman, is that the Twitch guy, the CEO?
That's where the relationship with money kind of comes in, is that Dan Saltman pays for this sort of stuff and allows him also to, again, be kind of introduced to H3's community as part of the brand. The weirdest part of the brand where Ethan says horrible things and needs to cut out before they're live.
You guys may have noticed we got a button sponsor. Look at it. Oh wait, my glasses. Redact.dev, guys.
I don't get this criticism.
They are our button sponsor. Basically, they've got a pre-roll. Whenever I hit the button, you'll see some Redact stuff now. It's a dream partnership.
It just makes sense. People like to call me like an alternate.
Oh, I see. We're talking. Oh, this is Dan Saltman. I was thinking of the Twitch dude. I was like, that guy's not a Zionist. That guy's like
ultra-Zionist, genocidal maniac. And in my mind, I think the Jews should have gotten half of Germany. I think that would have been the fair thing to have in that situation. So it's just, but these people for their entire life have been told that Jews are evil, and that they want to destroy you. And if you kill one of them, you're gonna
TV shows have that feature.
Religious terms, but it's crazy. And to combat that level of indoctrination, there has to be a massive influx of resources into that area. There needs to be a McDonald's on every corner.
Why are we listening to this guy talk? Like they're using, I mean, I know he's using his technology, but are they friends? I don't think he's like qualified how they relate.
Driving a Ferrari.
Other than the fact that he uses his
but it's
button.
only at that point that these people are that the residents of Gaza and the West Bank are going to be like, maybe, let's focus on something besides killing Jews, because life right now is pretty awesome.
Funny enough, when I spoke with him, Dan Saltman also offered me a weird sponsorship with his terrible company.
If you ever feel like pushing it, let me know. And, we have
Can y'all hear my dogs
an affiliate program that I can get you in. And essentially,
Dan Clancy, that's
for a lot of content, I think it makes sense. A lot of content creators that
I mean, not on this video, because I don't want to sick any bad people back towards you. But we'll talk about it. Sure.
Yeah, but maybe in the future. But yeah, like if you're dealing, I mean, it sounds like you do stuff like this is what this guy said in the past. That's like always the perfect segue into like, don't want to be the next subject of my video? Use redact.dev and make sure you clean up all of your DMs on Discord, Twitter, Reddit, etc. So, but let me know. No rush.
Aside from business, Dan Saltman.
Okay, I think we could have cut that segment.
And Ethan Klein also share an extreme hatred for Hassan Piker and a vested interest in getting him deplatformed from the streaming platform Twitch.
Okay, that's good to know.
Twitch continues to allow him to spread terrorist propaganda with impunity, without even seemingly a warning. Just a full-on endorsement of this terrorist organization right here on Twitch. Now, I don't know if you remember, but basically this is what caused the apocalypse on YouTube, is that ads were showing up next to ISIS videos.
Ethan Klein's obsession with Hassan Piker was the first thing that started his decline in views and subscribers.
Obsession? They had a show together, right?
His casual viewers lost interest and moved on to other things, while his core audience became more loyal and radicalized.
Our audience was extremely supportive and kind.
I definitely ducked out around the Leftovers days. Actually, probably before that even. Maybe right after Trisha.
And again, so grateful, despite everything we've been through, to still have like a significant core audience that supports us, that knows who we are, right? That's the only reason we've been able to continue pushing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, There'd be no point otherwise.
Even after making his entire content nuke and debating Hasan live months later, Ethan still can't let his grudge and obsession with Hasan Piker go.
I promised everybody that I was going to take this to the next level once CPS showed up to my house. This is only the beginning. This is chapter 1. There's many more to come. And by the way, Hasan, if you think I'm done with you...
Chrissy, so the reason I stopped watching... When I went through this whole, like, podcast phase in 2020, where, as a lot of people did at home, I just fucking, like, went through every podcast that I could. Like, I went through, like, 180 episodes of H3, like, 200 episodes of The Last Podcast on the Left. And then after, like, everything with Trisha kind of exploded, and after that drama was done, I was just kind of tired of listening to podcasts, you know? So I had to take a break. But yeah, good question.
I'm not done with you by a mile. I'm taking the trash out. I'm saving you for my main course. You fucking propagandist, lying scumbag, terrorist supporter who spends all day lying. It's funny, this narrative. Ethan's obsessed with his son. Literally spends hours every day on his stream talking about me. I saw the guy. Don't worry, buddy. I got time for everybody. I'm making time for everybody.
Ethan looks really good.
You know what I mean? And I'm just that kind of guy. The world is wide enough for all of us. Hamilton. So don't worry. Don't worry. You know what I mean? We go from the bottom up, and everybody's catching these hands.
If Ethan put half as much effort into making his podcast entertaining as he did into obsessing over online snarkers and Hasan Piker and filing frivolous lawsuits,
I can't say anything here because I wasn't around.
10,000 subscribers every single month. He just doesn't care about that anymore. And I don't know if he'll ever be able to come back from that.
We never had to clickbait anything. Like, we would upload, like, Thanksgiving.
Isn't he doing fine?
You lose, whatever. And then people, that would get like 1 million views. You didn't have to clickbait it. You didn't have to be sensational. You're just like, here's a candy tier list. Those used to get a fucking million views.
Yeah.
Candy tier list, man. If we uploaded that now, content that I know people wanted to watch because they were watching it.
Yeah.
What would that get? Like less than 10,000 views?
Probably.
You know?
On True Detective Season 1, Matthew McConaughey said that time is a flat circle.
Time is a flat circle. Everything we've ever done or will do, we're gonna do over and over and over again.
Well, the same
Hurricane Pony, I can't imagine coming into the Frenemies drama with like zero context. That's crazy.
Metaphor can be applied to careers on YouTube. At the beginning of his career, Ethan blew up for his lawsuit establishing a matter of law for reaction videos on YouTube. But now everyone on YouTube is blowing up at him for trying to change that definition to suit his goals of...
How is he changing the definition? His video against Matt Haas was fair use. Frogan, Casey Tron, and Denham's reaction was a non-reaction. They stated that they wanted to make it a market replacement.
Silencing his critics.
Yeah, Ethan Klein's lawsuit with Matt Haas is one of the most important lawsuits when it comes to YouTube. I have cited it.
How do you feel about Trisha now, Chrissy?
I don't even know, countless amount of times in my article. It's the only lawsuit that really took it that far, that really established what constitutes fair use on YouTube. And Ethan Klein kind of transforming into
It was a whirlwind, I bet.
The person that was attacking him beforehand is, something that I've noticed. You start out as the guy who's defending fair use, creating the FUPA fund, and, trying to represent creators against bullies like that. And then you are using the legal system with your own, monetary privilege because you're a lot richer than these people you're suing.
By the way, my favorite part about this is like, You guys can shitpost on Twitter all you want, but this is an actual lawsuit, and it's happening, and it's coming, and you're going to have to argue in front of a judge, and this shit is not going to work, right? It's not going to work.
I'm going to be honest. I kind of phased in and out of that last few seconds.
Like, you guys can shitpost on Twitter all you want, but this is an actual lawsuit, and it's happening, and it's coming, and you're going to have to argue in front of a judge, and this shit is not going to work, right? It's not going to work. That's the best part about this. You guys are fucking screaming into the wind.
I don't think it's a problem that
in many ways, Ethan Klein has become just like all the guys
property
that he used to fight so hard against when he was younger and less wealthy. Matt Haas.
Yeah, Trisha is very problematic. Dude, I've considered watching like the reality show. Little known fact, when I was younger, I learned Hebrew. So I could probably translate that stuff too. That'd be really fun. The little reality
show. Tried to silence Ethan for making a video laughing at him. Ryan Kavanaugh tried to silence Ethan for defaming him. But now Ethan is the one doing the silencing. Ethan is the one reacting to the court-settled apology instead of the one making the court-settled.
Wasn't Matt Haas making the argument that Ethan Klein was stealing his audience?
Apology. And I bet at times that feels like a victory for him and his community. But in reality, it's just not.
I win. You lose. You lose everything. Look at me. This is me. I win.
I win. You lose.
You lose. And you will continue to lose. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm not done. I'll never be done.
Instead, it makes it.
Yeah. Given recent events, you don't know how you feel about it. I think she's like completely like blurred out from what I've heard. Yeah, I remember back during the Frenemies era, Ethan had to explain to her the Israel-Palestine stuff.
Look like a bigger and bigger villain to potential subscribers. I mean, who's going to want to subscribe as a new watcher in the middle of all this drama when a regular H3 podcast episode looks like this?
You called me a...
I did. Just for the record. I have been very entertained since the freaking content cop.
Racist. You said that I'm hallucinating anti-Semitism.
Dude, Moses is crazy.
You came out of nowhere. You came and you swung at the king. And you know what they say when you swing at the king?
You better not miss.
I'm confused. Who's the king?
I am.
There's a saying in capitalist America that people...
Yeah, I think she recently decided to be blurred out.
Vote with their dollar.
But also she kind of gets shit on in the show, I think. Because people found out that she said that she thought Hitler was a cool guy.
Well, that saying doesn't really work or apply here anymore, but here on YouTube, people have always voted with the subscribe button. It's a way of saying that they either are or are not on board with what you're doing with your channel. If that number's going up, it's probably because you're working hard to improve your content and people are subscribing to see you can.
Has Trisha Paytas spoken out about Palestine? I have no idea. Let's see. Does she still have a YouTube channel? We're just going to add all of these. And we're going to change that. Oh, we got to get the H3 podcast out of there. Palestine. I don't know if these are her main channels, but I'm not seeing it come up too much. Let's see if we get any results for Israel. Only stuff on the ASMR channel. Or wait, was she like Blonde Barbie or some weird thing? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Chrissy, this is Filmot.com. It's really, really handy. I don't know. I don't remember her username.
Continue
if
on
y'all
that
know,
journey.
let me know.
But if the whole vibe of the channel slowly shifts to be vitriolic galvanization against women and smaller creators, you're probably going to vote to unsubscribe. And you should, because there's a lot of great channels out there that make well thought out videos and interesting podcasts.
Yeah, that's it. Boom, boom. There, that's better. 2020.
Palestine, but people are not into it. Like, you do not want to mess with this group of people. I was like, oh my god, delete. I thought it was pretty funny. Did you see it?
I was so busy, I didn't see all the TikTok sessions.
I deleted it because I was like, oh, most of them are not like this, but...
Oh my god, what was it?
I'm gonna show you. I have it on private. I don't know, I'm done with that. Where Palestine was. Okay, I'm gonna just put it back up. I mean, it won't go.
I don't
it'll
believe
just go
that
back where it was.
I don't know. Maybe she didn't know.
Okay, I just don't want you to be mad. See?
Do online people comment free Palestine, and I'm like, I don't live there. Like, if I could, I would.
Wait, you would? You would live in Palestine if you could.
I would free them if I could.
Like, oh, I think I'd live there.
Okay, so she's talked about Palestine like 3 times.
I don't know.
All during mukbangs.
Palestine, they really do suffer in Israel. Like they're like, you know, it's like taking 2 dogs, putting them into a fight against each other where they don't understand that what's happening. You know, it's like, so both sides are like going at each other, but not by choice. They don't want to.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think you should start that conversation with they're like dogs. Yeah, you got. Never mind. I'm not even going to
subscribe to instead.
What?
Ask that because there's a lot of great channels out there that make well thought out videos and interesting podcasts that you might want to subscribe to instead.
Yeah, that's a call to action, guys. So make sure you subscribe. The engine does look at live videos. But yeah, from... What was I even saying just now? Oh, yeah. Yeah, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a video on Taylor Lorenz. I think I feel like there are some aspects of the way that she behaves that doesn't really get talked about enough. And I feel like maybe I would have some decent insight on that. As a skateboard YouTuber, people need to know how I feel about Israel-Palestine. That's just how it is, you know? But look, my mom is going to be here pretty soon. She's coming to visit. So I think this is probably a good place to leave it. Y'all have been a tremendous audience. And I appreciate y'all. I need to get some like end of stream like music, you know? Yeah, Pony. Yeah, I hope it was enjoyable. Bye.